The holidays are a time to feel and create joy. And what could be more joyous than the look on her face as she unwraps a stunning new jewelry piece from Blue Nile? How about getting 50% off your purchase? Blue Nile offers premium quality, priced below traditional retail. Their online experts are available 24/7 to answer any questions and make sure you've picked the perfect gift. For a limited time, you can get 50% off at BlueNile.com. That's 50% off at BlueNile.com.
This episode is brought to you by Columbia Sportswear. It's snowing again, and that wind chill is killer. But you're not worried about that because you shop the Omni Heat Infinity Collection. It's warmth perfected with tiny gold dots that reflect your body heat inside and protect you from the cold outside. No snow or chilly temps can stop you now. Go out anyway. Shop the Omni Heat Infinity Collection now at Columbia.com/infinity.
Tired of ads crashing your comedy podcast party? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to Amazon.com/ad-free comedy to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
Previously on Roll Britannia.
One of the pieces of it was a lantern.
Yeah.
We had a passenger on board. Zoe. Yes, she was heading to Chalkwell. She says there's a light changing people's minds.
Humbly, babes.
Chalkwell, please.
Docking Bay, right over there.
Welcome.
Whereabouts are we at the moment?
Britannia Town, sir.
What's your name, sir?
The name is Jonathan.
You know where Chalkwell is?
1,000 miles.
Are you kidding me?
We need transportation.
Yeah, north side of town.
You find some more coin, and we'll see what information we can find out about the airport.
I've been told you are here to pay a debt.
You've let a man run around who owes you 700 grand.
It's your debt now. You got 1 week. Get the fuck out.
Right, sorry, bye.
ARF.
Oh yeah, it's the Arkin Rail Service.
Do you know where Chalkwell is?
Forty floppy clocktown. Hey.
What's your
My
name?
name's Silver, and you're going to take a ride on this ship. Tranquility is the only way to go.
Are you going to Chalkwell?
Could ask the captain.
We can be back.
Probably in the morning.
Okay, see you later.
It's good to ask.
You can't bring the dogs in.
Can you put the dogs and the duck in Bob, please, Keth?
Okay, so we can head in then.
Fine.
I think we just need to report back.
You're back here before us.
Well, we got a lot of information.
We've found 2 potential ways out of
The
town.
railer was surrounded by Imperial Guard asleep on a load of boxes. I think Tranquility will be the best possible way to get up to Chalkwell. If we've got some rum on board to barter with.
If you know that they're going to take rum as payment, then yeah, we'll go get some rum, we'll have a kip in the boat. First flight, we'll get the crew, carry the barrels of rum, get on an airship. Good work, lads.
Oh, you made it.
Hey.
Of course.
Excellent. Captain's here.
Oh, good.
Captain! A figure in a long brown coat comes striding down the gangplank, handsome in a sort of slightly unconventional way.
Yeah.
Looks down at you and he says, "Howdy."
All caught up.
Good.
Let's get back to the action.
Welcome back, and yes, 1 more week. It's been another week.
Adventures.
Apparently.
Adventures.
Unless you're listening to these on catch-up, in which case it was probably just a couple of seconds ago.
A moment ago.
Mere moments ago. So, last time we played,
What happened?
there was a weird bit of admin going on. There was a lot of planning.
Lots
and-
of running about between shops. Got some clothes.
There was some attempts at discounts, some rock throwing. Someone got stoned.
Keth was furious with that.
He was, yeah.
It's unprofessional.
And then you met the captain of the Tranquility.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, exciting. The airship you may be intending to hitch a ride on.
Can but try.
Yes.
So let's pick up the action with the brown-coated figure with who's strangely handsome. He says, he addresses you all, and he says, "The name's Captain Malcolms.
Captain Malcolms. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
The way I hear it, you folks want to catch a ride."
We do. By the way, I'm Keth. This is Jeff. This is still Derek.
I'm just an humble dwarf, sir. I ain't seen nothing, no, I haven't known nothing, never me, not nothing.
There you go. That's clear.
I'm Milo.
Mighty kind to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
We were told by Silver yesterday. It was lovely. It was a lovely Victoria ship. Very impressed with the facility.
Now, she's a bona fide engineer. She knows her way around an arcane power source, but negotiations are never her strong point.
Well, we could tell you what we need to get to a place called Chalkwell. Do you know it?
Mighty certain I know.
Can you take us out there?
Certainly a possibility, young man.
Okay. Will you take us out there?
How much is passage?
Well, that rather depends now, doesn't it?
Peak? Off peak? What do you need?
Step aboard our ship and I shall have a discussion with you. It's not safe to talk out here.
What? Okay, why?
Prying ears, prying eyes.
Maybe
sense.
we should discuss that, the why of it, inside the ship.
Okay. Up the gangplank.
I can introduce you to the crew and all.
There was a crew. We didn't meet the crew yesterday.
No.
Well, you met one, remember?
The engineer.
Silver Fry. World-class engineer.
I'm just going to OOC guess that his first name is Reynolds.
Ray.
Yeah. Should we roll in the barrel and bring it up?
Well, hang on. Before we
Yeah.
roll in the barrels, bring it up, we need to work out what payment is.
Yeah.
So how much it is. So we go inside.
Let the other
That
two
could just
sort
be
of
our
stay at the
luggage.
bottom.
Okay, I'll stay outside.
You stay there. Lenny, look after that. Howard, you stay asleep. Oh, no, you're
No,
all right.
either way.
He's up and about.
You just look after yourself.
A bit dazed, but...
Look after him. Keep an eye on the barrel. We're going to go talk business, talk shop with the captain. We'll be back in a minute.
Y'all hurry up now, you hear?
Aye, captain.
As you step inside, the main entrance to this airship seems to be through the loading bay. And there's it seems quite a fairly expansive space. There's some stairs that seem to take you off at one end of the room. You can see a gantry running overhead that seems to cover most of the span the distance and lead off into quarters at either side. And in the space at the moment, you can see there are a couple of figures. A young girl who seems to be wearing some sort of dress and some boots, sort of quite militaristic boots, but she seems to be playing a little game with a well-dressed young man in a very tidy waistcoat and sort of almost granddad-style collared shirt. Captain Malcolm, he introduces you and said, "Here, you folks, this here's our doctor, Dr. Tam and his sister, Pond. You pay them no mind. You don't bother my crew, they won't bother you. Now come with me, I'll show you the common room aboard the ship. Across our journey, you can hang out here and spend some time, play cards, do whatever you will."
Okay.
And so it leads you up the stairs to the common room, and inside you see a burly-looking man in a sort of beige T-shirt and a very brightly coloured woolly hat.
Nice. Nice.
This here's Vivian.
Nice. Vivian.
Ray, told you not to call me down in front of people. You pay him no mind. He's a grumpy son of bee. And then across the other side of the common room, you see a halfling, and a quite old-looking halfling with white cornrows and a moustache, a bushy moustache.
Nice.
And it's over there. That's our cleric, Tom. Y'all need any clerical services? He's while you're aboard, you go see them. You go see him there. He's evangelical, mark you, so don't feel too bad if he come and try to convert you on your journey. We asked him not to, but damn if he ain't. Good luck to have aboard. And just as you turn, he says, "If you come this way, I'll show you the crew quarters. And well, just so you know your way around the ship, I don't expect you'll need to travel this way. And frankly, it'll be a kindness to me if you don't. But I don't like to have mysteries aboard this ship." So, and as he sort of turns towards another door, a finely dressed elven woman strides through the door in a flowing red dress, very well made up. And she says, "Ray, I thought we discussed having new passengers aboard. Nakama, this ain't none of your business. You're a passenger here just like everybody else. Ray, I'm not a passenger. I rent a space aboard your ship. If anything, you're my landlord. That's Nakama. Don't you worry about her. Unless she come approaching you, then maybe she'd be worth a listen, but I don't know. Maybe that's not your kind of business. Certainly seems to be hers."
We know we've got one like her on our ship, Muriel.
Maureen.
Maureen. Sorry, Maureen. Don't forget it.
"Come this way and please in the next part of the tour, please remember, don't touch anything. This is a very important part of the ship. We steer from here, the helm's up this way, and there's some vital components that we don't want you to be breaking now. I need to lead you up a flight of stairs, past some hatches, and through another door. And you see there's a ginger-haired man sat in a seat by a helm. He says, "This here's Scrub."
Oh, nice.
And there's a woman in the room too, and she's wearing sort of a leather outfit, a waistcoat, if you will, and a sort of Stetson hat. And he goes, "This here's Zoe, his wife."
Yeah. Zoe.
"Why are you bringing people to the bridge? These here might be our new passengers, and could be exactly what we're looking for."
What do you mean looking for?
"Well, that be something I want to discuss with you about your traveling fare, and a pretty quick pro quo we could discuss."
Okay.
Go on.
Where can we go and talk?
"Come with me." And he leads you down to a sort of private room.
Massive, this actually.
It is, yeah. They're not big spaces. These are kind of all stacked above the sort of
cool.
space below.
Almost like bigger on the inside.
Yes, it is. And
Time and relative.
it takes you to a sort of smallish sort of room, a little sort of snug, if you will. It's got a little table in the centre and sort of seats around the outside. And says, "Take a seat, take a seat." And Zoe has come with him, and Vivian sort of strolls in as well. Now, I'm given to understand that our engineer Silver had a long discussion with you two boys, and she is quite a good measure of people. She had a good understanding of your predicament, about your need and want to travel to Chalkwell. Gods only know why anyone would travel out that far, but that's certainly something we could accommodate. But perhaps you could help us in a certain transaction we need to complete.
What do you have in mind?
Well, I don't know how much of the town you had a chance to explore.
Fair bit.
Couple of us did.
We wandered.
Did you, by chance, have an opportunity to wander into the arse?
We did.
We got right inside the arse, actually.
Yeah.
I've never seen the arse, but I've
Yeah.
heard it's lovely.
Then you'd be well aware there's a certain contingent of guards there.
Yeah, we saw that. Security didn't look great, though.
Did you by chance happen to prerequisitely understand that there are some storage units being transported with them?
They were
It looked
asleep
like
on
it.
boxes, so
That'll be them.
Could be shipping out somewhere.
I have been tasked to acquire those items away from the Empire.
That's sort of what we do.
I had that vibe. Now, boys, there's something I need to ask you. At this point, I am going to ask you to be a part of something that, should you say no, would make it very difficult for me to allow you to leave here until that job is complete. This is your opportunity to step outside and walk away now.
I have no problem with getting one over the Empire.
neither do I.
I mean, it's worth hearing him out.
Yeah, but if we hear him out and we don't like it, it's not like it's an option.
Yeah, but then we stay here till he's done the job.
We just have to stay with him and not help.
Well, we just don't go away and tell anybody. You can leave me as collateral. After all, I am an humble dwarf.
I mean, there's no problem with... I've got no issues with trying to take things from the Empire as well. We're sort of doing that anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And it's... this whole area heading back towards the Neverwinter and...
I mean, he's certainly the friendliest bloke we've met here so far.
That's true. It's very true. You seem like a very lovely man, Captain. Very well dressed. You've got a fantastic head of hair there. And I'll follow you.
Count me in.
If we can come to the right deal, and if it means we can get where we want to go, and we get one over the Empire, and we can all make something out of it, then I'm in.
You think they're ready for this? Vivian, I wouldn't have asked them here if I didn't. Boys, it's great to have you aboard. We can drop you off anywhere you need. But thanks for your agreement to help. We will need your assistance in a certain, well, now we can speak plainly, heist.
Yes! Sorry. That wasn't Jeff.
Those crates I wonder you've been talking about, they be due to be transported on the railer in the morrow.
Right, okay.
Any idea what's in those crates?
That is something I've not been privy to. My employer has asked me to acquire them, and that they will be acquired from the Empire.
I don't suppose you're willing to tell us who your employer is?
That is
who
not
we're
something
working
I wish
for?
to divulge.
That's fair enough. I guess we're working for you. You're
Subcontractors, you might say.
Yeah, fine. Freelance.
There's a plan in place, but we need folks just like you to implement what you might call the groundwork.
Reconnaissance?
Not in such.
It's not
We need a certain group of travelers who might be reasonably expected to be heading to Frontierton to seek their fortune in the mines of the valley.
Okay.
Okay.
Why would we be heading there to seek our sorry, we're new.
A lot of travelers are heading out that way. There's been talk of gold and riches in those hills. Though in my experience, those hills have only brought me death and sorrow.
Well, we keep hearing about a massive void, don't we?
Yeah, there's something about a void.
The Great Void?
Yeah.
It's best to avoid the Great Void, as they say.
How close is this Frontierton? Or
Several thousand miles away. It is right at the other end of the continent. It is the front line of the Empire's reach on this land.
and how long do you expect us to actually travel on this train before
Well,
we make our way off, so to speak? Not necessarily at a station.
Would some say it's the final frontier?
You might say that. You might say it is the final frontier, where only a handful of elves and men and dwarves have gone before.
What about halflings?
Well, one or two of those too.
Sounds quite roomy. Sounds like there's a lot of space.
Space for sure, but it's a long way from the rest of civilization, young man.
Did you say the edge of the continent? What continent are we on?
Caladur, young man.
Okay. Have you got a... Do you have a map, Captain?
I sure do.
So we know where we're going?
You wish to see the land as we have it?
Yes.
That would be helpful.
Well, here we go. And he clears the table in front of you and shows you a map.
We all get out of our seats and gather
to
around.
gather around the table.
It's huge.
Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry, I'll put it away.
You're distracting us. Suppose we're looking at maps, not penises.
I'll be there in a minute, guys. That is an impressive map.
It is.
And it's much bigger. That void looks intriguing.
And it didn't even cost us nothing gold. Nothing.
We might not get to keep it. Sorry, Captain.
No.
Y'all have an understanding of the scale of the project we're working with here?
Oh, yeah. It's bigger than anything.
So,
we're island hoppers normally.
There's a plan in place, and we need adventuring folks like yourselves to be ready to portray themselves as fortune finders, ready to hunt down their own fortunes in Frontierton. But brave and burly as you are, ready to face the dangers that amass such a drastic endeavor.
Okay.
Boarding the train, you will need to acquire some tickets to Frontierton. These will need to be these will need to be honest and true. Unfortunately, there is no way for us to provide forgeries for these. The ticket inspections on the railers is ferocious at best. And with all the royal guard at bay, it may be unfortunate to have a tussle with a ticket inspector with so many armed men aboard.
Seem like we want to fall down at the first hurdle.
No. How big's the shipment that we have to
Very
nick?
wise of you, Captain. Yeah, very.
The shipment we are interested in is comparatively small. It is a total of 8 crates.
How big were the crates that you saw?
Are they carryable boxes or?
The crates in question
No, you saw
are approximately 3 feet by 3 feet.
Oh.
Okay. And how do they move them usually? Are they heavy? Does it take...
They are somewhat heavy. They require a number of men to move. And that is not really a concern too much of yours. We have a plan for moving them.
Okay. What do you need from us specifically then?
We need you to be the men on the train.
Yeah.
So we can get on the train? Yep.
You need to bypass the guards and enter the carriage in which the crates are stored.
Is that
Okay.
a special secure carriage, or is it cargo hold? Or
Usually the crates are stored in a cargo carriage that is usually not barred by more than a simple lock. It is not usually something that carries valuables, is why this shipment is so intriguing to my employer. It carries an unusually valuable cargo.
I've got to be honest with you, mate. Last time I was part of some sort of, it wasn't a railer, it was sort of a wagon convoy. Last time I was part of something like this, nicking stuff that I didn't really know what it was. Didn't go the best for me. So I'd very much like to know how you plan of getting them off this railer.
And that very much is the clever part of the plan. The cargo carriage in which the crates are being stored has, for want of a better word, a removable roof.
Oh, convertible.
I see where
It
you're
is
going
designed to
with
be
this.
carrying large objects. We have arranged with the railer master to ensure that this is the carriage that will be hooked up to the railer. It is not unusual for this sort of thing to be used, but it is convenient. So, you will need to find a way to retract the roof of this carriage so that Tranquility here can swoop in. We will drop some cables, some wire, some netting. Your job will be at that point to attach the crates and store them securely as fast as possible. This will then be removed, and your job will be to make it seem as if this heist has not taken place. Or at best, that you were not involved.
That's something we can do.
Now,
who controls the roof? Is it inside the carriage?
the controls are inside the carriage. Now, my advice to you is this. We need this to happen slickly and securely. But the guards do make regular patrols. So, if you were perhaps to do this job too early, it is more likely that your work will be discovered. I am given to understand that the crates themselves may not be traveling all the way from Turton. It is possible they will be removed at Cracktown, but under armed guard and stored in a secure facility there. So our window of opening is between Britannia Town and Cracktown.
Between the arse and the crack.
Very much so.
Perineum train, is that?
Some would say. Now, if we would do this in Britannia Town, the railer would be halted and returned to Britannia Town, on which point the passengers would all be arrested and subject to imperial interrogation. Now, we don't want that for any of y'all.
No, not again.
So,
Certainly not.
my plan. There is a marker we have laid down. Our experience and travels aboard the railer have indicated that the guards' patrols are routine and set to a certain rhythm. We expect this to continue to be the case. So, once the railer passes this marker, you will need to infiltrate the carriage and extract the crates as swiftly and silently as possible, and then return to your seats before we hit the second marker.
Captain, out of curiosity, you having said that you've the railer a lot, how long do you think it takes to get from Britannia Town to Cracktown?
Total journey, a few hours.
Where are these markers?
How long between the markers?
Approximately 15 minutes.
And whereabouts are these markers on the map that you're showing us here?
First marker is just outside the Oxbow Lake. Keep a look to the west, you will see the marker there. Second marker is just after the cliffs drop away. That is to the east. There is a third marker.
Oh,
Okay.
If you hit the third marker, you're in trouble.
that Cracktown.
Do we go off? Do we go off the cliff?
You gotta get it to 88. You hit the third marker, a guard will be coming through the door in moments.
So once everything's secure, loaded up, we've closed the roof. You want us back in our seats, get off at the nearest station.
Disembark at Cracktown and act surprised.
Oh, where's all this valuable shit gone? None of my business, I'm just a humble dwarf.
And when do we rendezvous with you, Captain, for our lift?
We then got to get to Chalkwell.
That can be arranged.
It will be arranged.
That can be arranged. We can collect you outside of Cracktown and take you the rest of the way.
How can we have something to keep in communications with you whilst we're on the train and you're flying nearby? And issues, problems, things we weren't expecting?
You got a stone of fire speech?
Yeah. We all have one.
I'll give you my coat.
Oh, nice.
And you're definitely going to come back for us, yes, Captain?
I'm a man of my honor. If I give a man my word, I'm going to give you my word. My word is my bond.
Can I roll insight, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh,
lovely.
He means what he says.
Okay, cool.
He's plain speaking.
That's good. Cool.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Done.
better.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking if he's just going to fuck off with the load of cargo, we're just on a ship, on a railer, that's it. We're
left in.
I can't be standing on one of the boxes and be like, pull us up, peg us out.
My fear is that they would see it, though, or notice that, one passenger's no longer on board.
Flying over the top of the railer.
Yeah, that's true.
Hovering and then flying off.
No.
Subtlety. We got to be subtle.
Yeah, but if there's more passengers, suddenly a passenger's disappeared,
Depends how many there are. They might be quite busy. But yeah, that's fair. There's clearly a lot of planning got into it, so I'm not about to mess it up. As long as the captain says he's going to pick us up, which I trust him. Seems lovely. So I'll follow you wherever you need to go. Let's do this.
Is it meant to be a busy day? Is it peak time? How many?
The railer these days is more and more busy. There will be a number of passengers. You should not stand out. You should be just another face in the crowd.
They can't search everyone, I mean.
It is likely that you will not be able to continue on to Frontierton, which is why I suggest you disembark, as it is likely that when they discover the goods are missing, the railer will be cancelled.
When we get on, just down the road or whatever, are they going to search us there? They search bags, or they search us people, or are we just going to breeze through?
It is unlikely, but not impossible.
Okay.
I would take precautions not to be seen to be anything other than what you are claiming to be.
Squeaky clean, lads.
I have a question about... You don't have to tell me what's in the containers, but what we might need to know is, what if a stray shot, if it all goes wrong and a stray shot hits one of these containers, is it going to explode? Is there something going to jump out and eat somebody? Is there anything we need to know about what's in them that could potentially do us harm?
That happens more than you'd think in our line of work.
Yeah.
Unlikely, I mean.
Okay.
They're just heavy.
Well, I think if we need to get somewhere, not necessarily be seen and get something done, I think I could probably help us out with that, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not too bad. I could throw my hat into the ring myself. We could go super quiet. If we start getting a little bit of attention, we'll have to divert it away from...
I was thinking before we even get on the railer, we just go invisible. I can extend my spell to last for hours if we want it, and then we don't even have to buy tickets. We just walk on in through the entrance onto the railer, sit there. As soon as we hit marker 1, head over to the cabin, do what we need to do, wait there if we want to. We're invisible.
What if you lose focus for some reason?
Don't let me lose focus.
We can't control the world.
Yeah. I'd rather buy tickets.
Seems a simpler solution.
I'd rather buy tickets.
I see what you're thinking.
But if we need to disappear
if we just poof into existence for some reason that we can't control...
It seems...
We don't have tickets. We're fucked.
Yeah.
I like your thinking, though.
But what if we save the invisibility until, we need to get out of that carriage? If we start drawing attention to ourselves, if we can't get in, once we're on the train, we can play around with it. But I think we should have the tickets as an option.
Yeah, the only reason I suggested doing it beforehand was because I thought it'd be more suspicious if there were passengers on there that suddenly disappeared.
Well, you go off and use the toilet.
Yeah, I'm not saying we do it in view of everyone, but we were concerned about flying off because it might suddenly be weird that people are disappearing randomly.
But all we need to do is be back in our seats, right? So if we save the invisibility until we can make that shorter journey, I just think it's a bit risky.
Yeah, I thought.
What if you get shot by a stray bullet?
Who's firing at people on a train?
You don't know. What if another crew is after this and we get caught up in something else? We don't know. If we're there legitimately, we've got a risk.
Suspicion immediately.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like the invisibility. We might need to use that for the actual bit
Also,
itself.
just thinking about Empire City, Empire Town. We don't know what they've got at the station to detect magic, people using magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't know if they've got
Risky.
magic detectors. That is true.
So, Captain.
Sure.
So, it all seems good to me.
There's a
What
lot
are we
could
going to
go
get out of it apart from a lift?
Well, apart from being taken away, you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
As a member of this crew, even temporarily, you would get a share of the profits.
Really?
And how much we talking?
I will disclose that figure to you when I get paid.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know how much to give us without knowing how much he's getting.
That's fair.
We are being subcontracted anyway.
With subcontractors.
Just
Yes.
out of interest, I've met some unsavoury elements in this town. The short time that I've been here, I seem to attract that kind of friendship. This guy, I met a Mr. Lux, goes by the name Bradley.
Yeah,
Are you familiar with him at all?
I've seen his work.
Yeah, are you friends or are you get on the bad side of him?
I
Seems
wouldn't
quite
say we're
easy,
friends,
could
but he throws work my way occasionally. He throws work a lot of people's ways. He's a man with a lot of work that needs doing.
He seemed quite content to handle it himself when I met him earlier.
He handles many of his businesses internally, but usually his farther-reaching needs go out to subcontractors.
And what's your experience like dealing with him in the past?
He's been brutally literal.
Yeah, I did get that sense from him. Reminded me of myself. Okay. I just want to know. I don't want to attract any more attention from him.
He's a man that believes in people's actions over their words. He says that words themselves are soft. They are uncertain.
He likes hard
Actions
action.
make a man solid.
Hard.
They make them real.
Okay.
So, I guess the question is...
I have one more question first.
Sure.
Are you the only, when your employer told you about this job, are you the only one who knows about this? Or will there be, was this job open to tender? Or could we have encounter another crew trying to do the same thing?
To my knowledge, my employer is the only person employing. He is not employing additional crews. He expects us to succeed.
Okay. Not going to see someone coming the other way trying to nick it.
That I cannot guarantee. Although we have been observing our competitors, you may say, and yet to see any action that suggests they are aware of it.
Okay. Well.
On board, we're prospecting or looking for our fortune. Are we civilianing up? Or would we be armed?
I'd say we'd be armed. Going off into the frontier, you need to look after yourself in the Badlands.
Are we allowed to carry weapons on board the train?
I think a reasonable amount of firearms and sharp objects may be acceptable, but I think arriving with as many aggressive defensive tools may be, as your fellow here, may be looked at with some suspicion.
Oh, these are ceremonial.
I would suggest a more appropriate attire may include things such as a shovel, a pickaxe.
What about a
maybe a musket or some sort of firearm for defense, but certainly not the bristling porcupine sharp implements that you are yourself.
I do like shiny, sharp things. Okay, I could downsize a bit, but I'm not going to go in there unarmed.
No one is asking you to do that.
Right.
The prospectors would not be expected to travel such a far way into the wilderness without means of defending themselves.
No.
I have a weapons valet that I could utilize.
What else would we need to take? Basic things?
Supplies,
Depends on our story, I guess.
camping equipment may be effective.
Might be quite convincing. Do you, when you get on board, do you check luggage into a...
Luggage
Or is it
has... There are storage compartments across the railer.
Could buy 3 tickets, put somebody in a bag, suitcase, smuggle them into the cargo hold.
Are you going to pay for our tickets, Captain?
You will be reimbursed for your
Oh, I see.
We've got to keep our receipts. Yeah, freelance work, you see.
Please make sure they are
Expenses.
VAT receipts for tax purposes.
They're all about expenses and exposure in freelance work.
That's 100 gold gone. It's Keth mutters.
25 a person.
Trying to get everything he can.
Okay.
Have you got any of these tools that you can furnish us with? Have you got any shovels or pickaxes on board that you could lend to us?
I will have my crew look for some such items. And
Oh,
we'll be
perfect.
able to supply you with a selection of prospecting tools.
Yep. So look the
Vivian,
part.
will you assist these young gentlemen? Fine.
Right.
So we look the part. You'll give us the 100 gold. When do we go?
The railer leaves at 8 a.m. sharp tomorrow.
8 a.m. show. What time is it now? Anybody? Captain?
This watch doesn't work.
Got a
very well.
dashboard clock?
What time is it?
11:30.
So we just need that 100 gold from you and some tools. And we'll get set and ready.
So we don't have time to get a full night's kip.
That's what you said, wasn't it?
I don't know, but
Otherwise, we're going to have to go look for it.
Well, we were pretty rested. I mean, we've just come from the ship, haven't we?
Yeah, I know. But it's
you slept on-
11:30,
you
mate.
slept-
I slept on the fucking street.
Yeah, you did. Well, no, we didn't tell you to.
No, I know. I was just watching my
I
own.
know. We were all watching each other's back, comfy in bed.
Okay,
together.
well, you don't need to rub it in. I was, not as spry as I once was.
So what are we going to do? Huzzah, you've made it, and it's all getting very exciting indeed in there, but now it's time for the most important part of the show. And, well, the name is The Moment with the Master. Yeah. Now, without you scrambling board and doing your bit, every single week our plucky little podcast would have been hauled below the waterline and lost to the gloomy depths of the briny sea. So, from myself and everyone here at the Roll Britannia crew, thank you so much for being here. Right, brace yourself, there's about to be some low-flying tomfoolery. Pedro! Shout-out scroll time, boy. Ah, there you are. Oh, why are you all wet? You had an argument. With what? A flying fish? Who tail slapped you into the sea? Oh, that's quite possibly the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, Pedro. Just give me that quite soggy scroll and go dry off. Be gone, boy! Dripping on my desk. So, this week's shout-out goes to Bradders92, who has been joining in on our Discord. It's fantastic to have you aboard, Bradders. We are so glad that you're enjoying the show. You'll have to let us know what you think of the new swag from the merch store when it arrives too. Yeah. Now, because we're really nice and we've made getting your own shout-out really, really easy to do, no swashbuckling required, sadly, you just need to search for us on social media. Anywhere you like, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, it doesn't matter, we're on all of them. Oh, and you definitely should check out the Discord as well. There's always something going on there. Just make sure you get involved. Wait, what's that on the horizon? It looks like some ships. It's a fleet of sponsorships.
You may have heard that support for Roll Britannia is brought to you by Manscaped, who are the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. And not only do Manscaped offer precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, but right now you can get 20% off your entire order and free worldwide shipping simply by using the code ROLLBRIT20. So, having been sent a bunch of stuff from the lovely people at Manscaped, I decided that it was time that this buccaneer braved the bush. In a way. Now, after previously frightful experiences, the jungle was approached with caution. But after the first stroke from the Lawnmower 4.0, it was like I was Bear Grylls taking on the wild situation without fear. This 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. So, I now feel confident shaving my boys once more. Plus, not only are there additional guard lengths to customise your trim, but it has a super useful 4000K LED spotlight for when a more precise shave is needed. Also, big shout out to the Manscaped Ball Toner. I'm not 100% sure what it does, but man, is it refreshing. So, why not join me, the other Buccaneers, and over 4 million other people worldwide who trust Manscaped, and with his exclusive offer for you, our wonderful listener, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code ROLLBRIT20 at manscaped.com. That's ROLLBRIT20 manscaped.com.
Roll Britannia are now proud to be sponsored by The Dice Dungeon, a UK-based company who strive to make metal and resin dice sets alike more accessible for players of RPG games worldwide. Maybe you want some metal dice. The weight, the balance, the feel in your hand, and that sweet sound of rolling that natural 20, can't beat it. Or maybe you're a fancy resin dice kind of person. A lightweight alternative containing a little extra flair than the basic acrylic sets. Resin D&D dice, they hold their shine for so much longer, making them a really, really good long-term purchase. The Dice Dungeon has a wide range of styles and colours that will keep all you D&D dice goblins happy. I know how it is though, sometimes there are just too many pretty click-clack rocks to choose from. So if you're struggling to decide what to buy, how about a completely random matching metal dice set with the Dice Dungeon Bag of Fates? There are 25 different dice sets available, including some dice never stocked before, so you could get a unique set not available anywhere else in the Dice Dungeon. Every order over £30 comes with free UK shipping, with worldwide shipping available, and is packed in a secure padded envelope, making them extra safe during delivery. So what are you waiting for? You already know you need more dice, so head over to thedicedungeon.co.uk and use discount code ROLLBRIT for 10% off your order. That's code ROLLBRIT for 10% off your order at thedicedungeon.co.uk. It can't just hurt to have a look, can it?
Nothing brings a tabletop role-playing game to life more than miniatures. So here at Roll Britannia, we've made friends with some people who have been making miniatures since 2020 and are based right here in the UK. Welcome to the crew, We Print Miniatures. Not only do they offer a warm and friendly service, they make the best miniatures licensed from independent designers worldwide. And with their exclusive offer code of ROLLBRIT, you can get 10% off your entire order. We Print Miniatures have sold over 25,000 miniatures so far, and whilst they might be based right here in the UK, they ship to loads of other places too, including the USA, France and even Australia, with all shipments tracked to your door for peace of mind. So, to get your hands on some top quality miniatures and bring your next game to life, head over to weprintminiatures.com and be sure to add discount code ROLLBRIT to get 10% off your entire order. That's weprintminiatures.com and use code ROLLBRIT for 10% off your entire order.
Now, if you've got a spare couple of minutes and you're absolutely loving all things Roll Britannia, then why not help out the show and give us a stellar 5-star review? However you're listening to this show right now, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or any other way, there will definitely be a way to leave a review on there. It'll cost you a teensy bit of your time, and it helps more amazing people just like you to discover the show. And we'd really, really appreciate it, of course. And of course, make sure you've smashed that subscribe button and strong arm your pals to do it too, or you'll find yourself giving Pedro his lice shampoo. Ew. Well, that's quite enough for me for this week. I've left those four completely unsupervised, and you're looking far too comfortable. So get out of here and get back into the adventure. Go!
Well, Keth's in.
Yeah, you're in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
So, are you going to spend the rest of the day on the ship, or are you going to go wander around the town?
Oh, was it
Are you gonna get to know
11:30
the crew?
AM?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was 11:30 at night.
No, it's 11:30 in the morning.
Because it was like
You went down there in the morning, so...
Yeah, we did.
But
yeah,
of
to be fair.
course.
You really spent like an hour there.
Fools!
Sorry, I
Fools
got
we
lost.
are.
We've
How
been
long
through
was
so
the
many-
tour? That's very
It took all day.
Yeah, there's so many bloody rooms in this ship. It's
Well,
marvellous.
that's about on the ship, I think.
Yeah.
So you probably don't want any rum then?
Rum's good.
Yeah. We'll...
Icebreaker.
Yeah.
Like it.
Thank you very much.
We've got a peace offering just outside. Lenny! Howard!
Yeah!
Bring in the rum!
On, Captain!
There you go, Captain. It's a little present just from me to you. I suppose it's from the rest of us as well, but mainly from me to you.
It just says from Jeff all over it.
He's had that stamped on the barrels, just all of them.
Captain to another.
One captain to another, you know. Here we are.
I'm mighty gracious.
We can have a cheers when this is all done and dusted together.
Um,
Right, we'll see you, hopefully see you in the sky at...
Well, this is my question. Do you want to settle into the ship for a little while, or just get yourselves
I would
spend time with the rest of the crew? Do you want to go out and do stuff?
I'd like to spend a little bit of time with the rest of the crew.
Yeah,
You'd get to know.
I particularly want to.
Gonna have some rum.
Zoe.
Just have a day getting to know everyone.
No.
Yeah?
I think
I was
less
going to go
suspicious.
off to try and find some items.
Insane.
But
You can do.
Is it something you want to go and get?
that much.
How did you
But
look
yeah,
up with the
I'm-
captain?
if I'm allowed to, then
Sure.
I'd quite like to go and try and find items in the town.
Okay.
Sure.
Who wants to do what?
I'd like to talk to
Staying
some
on
of the
board.
crew.
You stand aboard?
For a little bit.
I'm going to stay on board because Keth can do his mission prep there.
Okay.
He can get to know the crew a bit, and it's
Gonna do some crunches.
yeah. Captain said that he can get them the prospecting tools to make them look the part,
Sure.
shovels, pickaxes, all that sort of
He's
stuff.
gonna do some crunches, drink some rum, some more crunches, some rum.
That's that's the first set.
Yeah.
And-
Chin ups with rum, at the top.
Yeah, it's good.
Just a little straw.
Yep. Yeah, staying on board because, well, he's going to get into mission focus mode.
Okay.
I'm going to need to head back to ours at some point, pick up the rest of me stuff, get proper prepped. I'm going to keep this on. But I'd like to just sort of mill about for as long as feels polite and maybe ask a couple of questions.
Yeah. Well, you spend some time in the passengers' common room, and you get to speak to Dr. Tam and to Cleric Tome as well.
Will I help Vivian try and find the various different accoutrements?
Yeah, sure. You can attempt to help him. He's very grumpy about it.
Yeah. I've got a guinea pig who's the same.
Oh yes.
Yeah. To be fair,
we used to.
while you're digging through some of the storage compartments that are sort of all over this, weirdly like quite hidden. A lot of them, they look really inconspicuous.
Secret compartments.
And he's one of the things he says, so what do you think about that?
I think it's
Pretty sharp, eh?
Yeah, I mean it's very bright. It's very unique as well. And
Man wears this hat, he's not afraid of anything, right?
that's it. You can tell. You'll go balls deep straight into any situation. Like, it's really obvious about you. I'm just going to bend down and pick this thing up for you.
Shiny.
Oh look, that's a pickaxe there, isn't it?
I'd like to go see Silver.
Okay.
And I don't know, but I just thought maybe she could tell me more about little Cogsworth.
Okay, sure. So you potter on down to the engine room, and you find Silver there in a hammock, just chilling out.
Hey.
Oh, hey, you're back.
Yeah. I'm just going to gesture to the dragon on my shoulder. I've got this little guy. His name's Cogsworth.
Oh, shiny.
I just wondered, do you know, being an engineer, do you know anything about him? Like,
Oh, sure. Let's take a look. And so she sort of comes over and sort of scoops up Cogsworth and takes a look at him. And says, oh, this sure is quite interesting. And she sort of like prods in a couple of places, and then she sort of just takes it and just sort of taps it in 3 places, and he curls up into a watch.
Oh,
did you know he could do that?
No. Oh, how do you do that?
You just touch, and she clicks the button, and he turns back into a dragon. She goes, you just touch him here, here, and here, and he goes straight back into a watch again.
Wow. That's really cool.
That's sick.
That's wicked.
What? That was amazing.
What, does it keep good time?
Yeah. Does it keep good time? Like, how do I?
I guess the only way is to try it.
How do I
Set
look
the
after him?
time.
Okay, so I'll just
Set the time and just keep
set
an
the
eye on
time
it.
and just keep an eye on it.
There it does. There you go.
Nice. That's cool.
Wow.
That was cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very
In my top
That's
pocket.
cool.
Makes him a little bit more stealthy, doesn't it?
Little pop-out dragon.
Yeah. Dragon. And also a useful watch, hopefully.
Say hello to my little friend. Brings out watch.
Oh, that's good.
So, Derek, you're going to head back to the ship, are you? And grab
No,
something?
so I'm just while he's doing his crunches and stuff like that, and we're sort of milling about.
Crunches and cocktails.
I just like to
Drunk his
ask, Cleric Tome. So you're a cleric, are you? We used to hang out with the cleric. Unfortunately, he's passed on now. God rest his soul. But just wondered how you got into this kind of life. Travelling aboard a ship with this captain.
No, everyone's got a history.
Yeah, of course. How did you meet your old Mr. Malcolms there?
Well, I joined as a passenger not so long ago.
Ah. Well, you know,
The captain has had a number of adventures, and I've bring a little spirituality to the crew.
That's nice to hear. Good man. Good man. Must take you closer to the Evans as well.
Such as the good book says.
Depends on which book you consider good, to be honest. I've read a few filthy books, but they were pretty good as well. Just wondering about, like, so you're all just like rather like us then, ragtag bunch of people, ne'er-do-wells, I guess. Some of them are.
Seems that way.
What about, so was the captain already married when you came on board?
The captain? Captain's not married.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I won't pry into your business. We're guests here, so just finish my tot of rum. Best be off, make tracks. God bless you, and I shall see you soon. I just turn to Keth and go, I'll meet you back here, shall I?
Sorry?
Meet you back here, or will you come into ours, or?
No, I'm fine. I'm going to stay here. Me to...
Do you want anything from home? Home away from home?
No, I've got everything, actually. No, I've got everything I need. I'm all good. I'm going to stay here.
Can you grab me a pistol, please, Derek, as I'm coming back into the common area and sort of overhear this? Because I want to try and find a few other people on the ship, so it was getting a bit uncomfortable. A lot of hat talk with Vivian.
Just wouldn't shut up about it.
Just kept fucking going on about it. Yeah, it's lovely. It's really nice. Oh my god.
I hate it when people wear a novelty hat and sort of don't change their character. You know,
just seems to completely put a new personality on him.
Wonder what his real voice is like.
If you could grab me my pistol, the nice flintlock one that Keth got me from the cabin, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and see if I can find this Zoe character that was on board. See if she happens to be the same. That would be a real coincidence.
It would
I'm
be.
Sure,
Would tread lightly because
I'm just going to ask if anyone happens to know a Captain Timbers.
It might not be wise.
Yeah, I wouldn't go pulling that thread immediately. I'd try and find a little bit about her first.
Okay.
Because again, if you start bandying Timbers' name round and it's not the right Zoe, and you never know.
That's pretty true, to be fair. If we start asking questions with that involved, we might get implied with something.
Well, I was just going to try and casually drop his name into a conversation.
Probably best that we wait until the job's complete so they trust us more.
Okay.
Just find out about her. See where she comes from.
Yeah.
You're the most charming of all of us.
You are.
That's why I thought I could go and just have a chat with her.
But I wouldn't drop Timbers in.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't
I
not
don't know how to identify that it would be her then. Because that was going to be my clue, is that he would... Because that's the only thing we've got, is that she met Timbers. This is Zoe that we know about, is someone that met Timbers.
I think, didn't she say, she started a farm?
Yeah, he did. I could go with that. I'll work on if she's got a farm.
Yeah.
As you're having this conversation, the girl pond sort of sidled up behind you, and just like right next to you, Jeff, she just goes, "Wrong. Wrong age."
Oh.
What?
What do you mean?
Wrong.
No.
All wrong.
It's Jeff.
Wrong.
Captain.
What hell of commotion are you going on now?
I don't know.
Wrong.
This woman.
Wrong age.
You just started coming up to him and
I
shouting.
don't know
What's going on?
I've not done anything. We're just having a chat.
Doctor, get your sister under control.
Is this common? Does this happen a lot, or
What's her deal?
is she okay?
There's a few things wrong with Jeff, but not that many.
She's a problem child, she said. Difficulties in her life is not my story to tell.
That's no problem. Didn't mean to pry.
She is somewhat intuitive, however.
I don't know what to say, Captain. There's you can see me. I am who I am. We've all got histories, like you say. Not necessarily always a story to be told. Don't know what you want me to say, Captain.
That's a natural one. Is it a natural one?
That was the lowest number. But I get a +10, so 11.
1. The captain looks at you.
Oh dear.
And he quite simply just says, "This won't be the last thing you hear about this." And he walks away.
Can I roll an insight as well?
Yes.
On who?
What you said.
Yes.
Oh, right, because you Milo, right. Yeah.
That's 17.
17? You're pretty sure he's lying. Also, Jeff. There's a strange warm feeling in your crotch.
Front or back?
Front.
Every time I lie and get it wrong, I piss myself.
Yeah. Oh, do you want me to get you some spare keks as well?
From the other side of the room, you hear Pond just go, "All wet!"
She is intuitive.
Oh no.
Hi. Oh, sorry, were you doing a... Oh,
Just stretching.
Just stretching. Well, you know, we've all got secrets on board this ship. He's keeping his own secrets.
Yeah.
Sort of.
You know. We're sort of entitled to keep ours as long as we work together. We don't try and fuck each other over.
Yeah. I'll just keep trying to suggest ways we can accomplish and find out information. But if it's not right, then I'll just chill.
No. Talk to Zoe. Just maybe save dropping the T-bomb.
Oh, you have a disadvantage on charisma checks right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You smell quite heavily of pee.
Yeah.
Do you want some fresh clothes?
I think I'd probably best to just come back and sort myself out with you. This is more of a full shower job.
There.
To that charity shop that you found.
Right, well, we'll head off.
The
Milo,
Bags.
do you need anything?
No, I think I'm good.
Cool. At the risk of yada-yadaing a bit of this, you do that.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up... I want my armour, my eye patch back. I'm going to keep the hat. Get my gun belt back. So I'm pretty much sort of ready to fight.
Cool.
Looking, but with the hat on.
I would like to, having seen the captain,
Mhm.
I would like to sort of rummage in my room and then finally pull out the my coat of folksy reputation. Because it's a brown coat.
Yeah.
Sure is. Sure is.
It should possibly be worn to try and match up to the captain. Extra 1 plus to my AC against piercing and slashing damage.
Nice.
Plus 4 in dusty and arid environments, which a train probably doesn't count.
I'd say it's quite dusty and arid out there.
Not in a train, it's
Not
not.
a train.
Maybe
I
outside
mean, there's lots
the
of sand in
train.
the town. We've established that.
That's quite
It's only the
very
kid throwing
dusty
it
and
about.
arid. Where Keth is, it's dusty and arid.
But I am extra visible to the Royal Guard.
Yes, you are.
Oh, right.
So is that the right thing to wear when you're trying to get on a train?
Visible
I'm wearing
as
it
what?
to show the captain.
Oh, right, okay.
And then come back to the airship. I might.
Right, okay, cool.
When it
Leave
says,
with the
does it just say extra visible? What does it say? What's the
Extra
wording?
visible to Royal Guard, and anyone against the Royal Guard loves me.
It's true.
Right, okay.
So I'm walking through the town, but
Okay.
Walking through the town,
So
everyone's going
it's
to fucking think I'm the
visible in the sense of, like, that guy's he completely stands out from the crowd.
I would
Might
think
be,
so,
yeah, it might be a bit nefarious. Okay.
I would
Fair enough.
wear
I
that
wear it
on the train.
The hero of Cracktown. A man they called Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, I'd like to just quickly check in with Maureen as well.
Cool, yeah. She's having dinner with her new love interest.
Oh, again.
Oh, that's worked
eating this
out.
time. Please don't say each other.
Please don't say the same fish. But yes,
Yeah, it's the same fish.
But have either of them noticed that it's...
Sturgeon every meal since you've been away.
Have either of them noticed that it's steadily declining in quality, or...
Probably not.
Yeah.
I'll roll fish perception. Well, that was a 3 and an 8, so no.
Did you want anything from the ship, sorry?
No,
No,
I'm all
you
good.
got
Keth
everything, you got
carries
everything.
all of his stuff with him
You're
anyway.
back with me anyway, that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you do the thing,
Mhm.
and
Return.
are you all going to stop on the airship tonight?
yeah.
Just as a team collective, and you can do the whole big high five in the morning?
Yeah, and he also didn't really want us to go out and about before the job's done, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I just want to show off the captain.
yeah, fair enough.
The captain's very impressed by your coat.
As he should be.
He looks at it and goes, "Your coat's mighty brown."
Yeah.
It's a nice captain's coat. I quite like yours too.
So there's
Can't
much
help it, it
rum
must
and
replicate the accent.
much frivolity and psyching yourselves up for tomorrow's adventure.
Just staring.
Best friends doing a heist. Best friends doing a heist.
Best friends doing a heist.
Doing a heist together.
And the morning comes around, and you have a delightful breakfast prepared for you by Cleric Tome. He's quite a dab hand in the old galley.
You do need a good breakfast before a heist. You have to have a hearty breakfast on a heist.
Yes, it's all angel delight.
Keth is disgusted.
It's not.
Where are the eggs? The beans? The
There's
mushrooms?
eggs in it. It's mushroom flavour angel delight.
There's your eggs and mushrooms.
And he's got bacon in it.
Just dipping, like scooping it.
Yeah, it's really crispy bacon.
Yeah, it's American
stuck in
crispy
mushroom
bacon.
flavour angel delight.
Just spoons of a piece of bacon.
with a side of beans.
I'll tell you what.
Keth is really happy.
Like a pint glass of beans.
A whole pint glass of beans.
I'm pretty. I'll have the same as him. Pretty chuffed with that. Beats rotting still.
Beans out his chin.
So weird. Yeah. And so, are you guys prepared to head off to the railer?
Yeah. Did we get any? Just
The
with
arse?
the tools and stuff like that. Did we get like any bags to keep them in?
Yeah, packs have been prepared
packs
for you.
Cool.
There was only enough for 3, unfortunately. So you haven't got a bag.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
I was so close.
Yeah.
So close. I really thought, I'll have that one then. Keth has had to take his moneymaker because it was a bit conspicuous, as the captain said.
What, a shiny gold, slightly glittering axe? Yeah.
So that's gone into Bob.
Oh, good.
There's nowhere else for it to go.
You're going to have to get so many things out of Bob.
Yeah.
Sorry.
5 or 6, just go empty out 5 or 6 items.
I'm storing like 3 animals in there.
Yeah.
What's happened to the dogs?
Fucking hope they're okay.
No one's fed them.
No.
So
No one's let him out to breathe.
Keth has got on. He's got his musket over his shoulder, which is fine. He's got a pistol on his hip.
Yep.
And a dagger in his boot.
Okay.
As well, and
he's got a small shovel through his bag and
Yeah.
So there you go.
a
He
little
looks
bedroll.
like a frontiersman.
Yeah.
Who's already rock and roll with his
Essentially, sort of adventurer, explorer's kits.
adventure explorer, where we can dig a hole.
You've acquired some explorer's kits, effectively.
No.
Just before we
Except
leave,
you.
then I'm going to have to make sure I remove my coat of folksy reputation. Don't want to get this damaged or anything, since it's such a nice coat, Captain. If you could just keep an eye on this or keep it stored here for us, keep it safe. And I'll
Sure thing.
pop it back on when we're back and we can match again like twins, looking very sexy.
Slightly weird, but okay.
Like two sexy twins.
And he gives you his Stone of Fast Speech code, and you will get synced up.
Yeah.
And
Fast speech goes in the ear.
And so he says, fellas, good luck today. We'll see you on the other side.
Captain Malcolm greets our boys and shows them to the crew. A strong but motley looking bunch with an oddball or two. For passage safe to Chalkwell, a quid pro quo is proposed. Heist a raider, retrieve some crates with contents undisclosed. The captain explains his meticulous plan with martyrs along the tracks. Jeff suggests his invisible skills while Keth asks about cash. Vivian's got a really cool hat. Keth does some crunches and trains. Cogsworth can turn into a watch. Pond says Jeff's the wrong age. How will our Bucs heist begin? Can they all pass themselves as a miner? Well, I guess you'll find out next time on Roll Britannia.
Sports Social Podcast Network.
Lean on us.
We are here for you.
You matter.
You are not alone.
Are you feeling overwhelmed? Not sure where to turn? The National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is there for you 24/7. Call or text 988 or chat at 988sc.org. Whether you're having an emergency or you know someone who needs support now, they can help you take the next step towards finding hope and healing.
There is hope. 988sc.org.